Ukraine just dealt Russia a devastating blow, turning a $46 million Zasslon radar, a rare, state-of-the-art naval sensor strapped to a truck, into a pile of burning wreckage with a single drone strike. This wasn't just any radar. It was a desperate, jury-rigged monstrosity, a shipborne system yanked from the Black Sea Fleet and thrown into the muddy fields of Kursk, hundreds of miles from any ocean. Why was it there? Russia's war machine is cracking, bleeding equipment and options faster than it can replace them. In this video, we're diving into the Zasslon's critical role, why Russia resorted to this bizarre battlefield hack, and what its destruction reveals about Ukraine's relentless campaign to blind Moscow's military. Buckle up, this strike changes the game. The Zasslon radar, specifically the Zasslon MF, is a naval masterpiece designed for Russia's Black Sea Fleet corvettes. It's the eyes of a warship, scanning 360 degrees to track surface ships, low-flying aircraft, and even submarine periscopes. Operating in the S-band between 2 and 4 GHz, it balances range and precision, cutting through rough weather where X-band radars falter and outperforming L-band's blurry scans. It can spot aircraft 185 miles out, think Sevastopol to Odessa, giving 15 minutes warning against jets at cruise speed. Surface targets like Ukrainian naval drones show up at 30 miles, far enough to react. Its real power lies in tracking 100 targets at once, or up to 200 with upgraded software, which is, crucial for fending off saturation attacks by missiles and drones. Its three-dimensional capability pinpoints altitude, distinguishing high-flying bombers from sea-skimming threats. And, it feeds precise data to fire control systems. On a ship, the Zasslon thrives mounted high for range, powered by onboard generators and cooled by seawater. Its shock-resistant design handles rough seas and it syncs seamlessly with naval combat systems. So why was this maritime marvel rolling through Kursk on a truck? Video footage from May 2025 shared by Ukraine's military showed a kamikaze drone slamming into the radar, leaving it in flames. Russian bloggers confirmed the hit, and Ukraine's Raid 413 battalion, a drone unit, claimed it was the first Zasslon they'd encountered. The strike, likely in Kursk, where Ukraine holds Russian territory, exposed Russia's desperate improvisation. Russia's Black Sea Fleet has been battered. Ukrainian Neptune missiles and naval drones have sunk or damaged key ships, stripping away radar coverage. With ports like Sevastopol under threat, Russia can't maintain its blockade, forcing the fleet to retreat. But the need for surveillance hasn't faded. It's grown as Ukraine's long-range strikes hit deeper. Mounting a Zasslon on a truck seems like a quick fix to plug gaps along the coast or front lines. Yet Kursk, far from the Black Sea, suggests a bolder, riskier move, using a naval radar as a land-based early warning system. Ukraine's relentless campaign against Russia's ground radars, like the Podlet, Niobe, and Kasta systems, has gutted Moscow's air defenses. With traditional radars dwindling, Russia turned to this naval relic, a sign of dwindling reserves and panicked planning. Adapting a shipborne radar for land is a technical nightmare. The Zasslon's seawater cooling system doesn't work without a ship's infrastructure. Air cooling requires a complete redesign. Its power-hungry hardware, which was really built for naval generators, strains truck-mounted alternatives, and, software tuned for maritime targets, struggles with land clutter like hills or buildings. A truck's vibrations on rough terrain can misalign delicate components, slashing accuracy or even causing breakdowns. Unlike a ship's stable platform, a mobile radar has to stop to function, making it, a sitting duck. The Zasslon's 186-mile range is impressive, but Ukraine's strikes, like those in Kursk, hit far beyond that, exposing its vulnerability. This improvisation, honestly, really lays bare Russia's strategic mess. Modern militaries, they plan for losses, stockpiling spares and scaling production. but Russia didn't. Its pre-war estimates, well, they underestimated Ukraine's ferocity and overestimated its own industrial capacity. Losing ships and radars faster than they can be replaced, Moscow's now cannibalizing naval assets for ground roles. The Zasslon's destruction isn't just a $46 million loss. It's a symbol of a war machine stretched to breaking. Ukraine's strike, executed with pinpoint precision, really highlights its growing prowess. The raid, 413 battalion's drone operators backed by sharp intelligence found and hit a mobile target that really shouldn't have been there, showcasing Ukraine's ability to, exploit Russian missteps. Ukraine's radar hunting campaign is honestly surgical and devastating. Since late 2024, it's destroyed dozens of Russian systems. Podlet and Niobe radars in Crimea, Kasta and Imbir in Donbass, and even more. These strikes actually mirror NATO's suppression tactics, hitting deep behind lines with drones, missiles, or special forces. Each loss creates gaps in Russia's radar network, forcing surviving systems to emit more, and, well, exposing themselves to detection. Without radars, S-400 and Panzer batteries are blind, their missiles useless. Ukraine's focus on sensors over launchers is, crippling Moscow's air defenses, enabling bolder operations like the Kursk incursion. Kursk, launched in August 2024, was a masterstroke. Ukraine seized Russian territory, shattering Moscow's aura of invincibility. For 6 months, Russia struggled to dislodge Ukrainian forces, diverting troops from Donbass and exposing, some serious logistical weaknesses. Kursk became a staging ground for raids, artillery strikes, and reconnaissance, tying down Russian units. The Zasslon's presence there suggests Russia deployed it to plug radar gaps, hoping its naval range could spot Ukrainian moves. Ukraine's drone strike proved otherwise, turning a strategic asset into scrap. The psychological toll is massive. Russian radar crews now face a grim choice: emit signals and risk a drone strike, or stay silent and fail their mission. This fear degrades morale and performance, amplifying Ukraine's physical wins. By blinding Russia's battlefield eyes, Ukraine creates safe corridors for cross-border raids, like those in Belgorod, where rapid strikes sow chaos before withdrawing. These operations force Russia to defend its homeland, draining resources from offensive fronts. Ukraine's broader strategy compounds the pain. Beyond radars, it's hit munitions depots, starving S-400s and S-300s of missiles. Destroyed depots disrupt logistics, forcing Russia to ration strikes. Artillery, another Russian strength, is countered by drones tracing shell trails to their source. Both sides use fire and vanish tactics, but, Ukraine's drone swarms really exploit Russia's weakened radar net, picking off guns and launchers. The Zasslon strike fits this pattern: find a high-value target, hit it fast, and, well, expose Russia's vulnerabilities. So, what does this mean for the war? Russia's scrambling to adapt, but honestly, each improvisation, like the truck-mounted Zasslon, just reveals deeper cracks. Ukraine's ability to locate and destroy such targets really shows its intelligence and strike capabilities are evolving. From Kursk to Crimea, Ukraine's turning Russia's strengths into liabilities, eroding its air defenses and even its morale. The Zasslon's loss isn't just a tactical win, it's actually a strategic signal that Russia's running out of tricks. Can Ukraine keep this momentum? Share your thoughts in the comments, especially if you're following the war closely. And hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more on Ukraine's battlefield edge. The fight's far from over.